Hey guys, welcome back to the show. Today is February 16th, 2021, and the news is brought to you by Negative Supply, a company committed to revolutionizing the way you scan film. Spend more time taking photographs and less time scanning by using Negative Supply tools. Their Film Carrier Mark 1, Film Carrier 120, and other tools are now shipping next day from their California headquarters. And a quick note, I had a chat with one of the co-founders, Saxon, for the Future of Scanning series, and I'm very excited. There's two new products, actually two new things coming from them. I'm very excited. I think everybody's been waiting for. So I can't say any more, but things are coming from them and it's pretty exciting. Plus we had a 1 hour chat which will be posted very soon. Then we go into the Reveni Labs Spotmeter. It's still going on. It's already hit 500% of their funding, so you have some time still to get it if you want to check out. Also, there's been a video posted by Nick Carver and Matt Mirage about the Spotmeter. Also, Todd on YouTube, I think Todd Kiro, I'm getting his last name wrong for sure. Todd is a great photographer and also uploading content on YouTube, which is very nice. So I'll leave their videos down below too. Then there's a little update on the Leica Noctilux 50mm f1.2, the vintage line basically. The silver one that was going to be sold for $17,000 seems to be not only sold out, but now selling on the secondhand market or collector's market, let's say, for almost double the price, which is really interesting. It actually is, more smarter to invest in very expensive Leica gear than Bitcoin or Dogecoin, for example. Then we have photographer Alec Soth joining the YouTube gang, and he's started with making kind of like chats around photo books. So he's done William Eggleston and some others. Highly recommend these videos. It's basically him with a little main camera and then an overhead camera talking throughout books, which is very cool to see someone like him talking about other authors on YouTube. So you got 3 videos already. He's just basically started the channel January 29th, so very interesting to see him in this new medium. Then we have 2 new lenses from Voigtlander. We have a 35mm f2 Apo Lanthar lens, and this is going to be a chunky lens from them. It's apochromatic. It's basically like their 50mm apo, and it's going to be sold for around $1,150, which is not low, but it's not also that high as Leica glass, so it's a good option to have. And then they also are updating their 35mm Ultron Classic lens, basically, with a Mark II. And this lens actually first came out in 2016. I saw it at Photochron, which actually wasn't even announced. We found it, Jordan from Cameraville. Hey, Jordan. He saw it on a shelf. We made a little video, which I never ended up posting because I had way too much backlog back then. And this second version is going to be sold around $850 US. These prices are still converted from the Japanese yen, so we don't know for sure, but let's say that around that price. So yeah, Voigtlander is adding 2 more lenses to their 35mm lineup, which they have like 6 lenses, which is impressive. But the more you can choose, the better for us. Then I've actually just received the beta unit from Intrepid. The 35mm and 120 enlarger has gotten to my house, so I actually have the option to enlarge and show you guys all about this little enlarger. It actually fits in the palm of your hand, and I'll put some images I took with my phone right now, and it's super exciting. I want to test it out, but I do want to know what you guys want to see, either be it printing color, black and white, using it to scan, which is something they've said you can do with it. I want to know what you guys want to know so I can make a better video for you. Then the Darkstreams. Remember, I made a Kickstarter around a year ago about Darkstreams, which were going to be live streams from the darkroom. I've actually done my first one this past weekend. If you were part of the Kickstarter gang, you got a notification. There was people there. There was a bit of a problem with the chat room. I couldn't see messages. But yeah, it's pretty exciting to start doing these prints inside the darkroom and sharing with you guys. Hopefully next time I can read the comments and answer them, which was the whole point of the Darkstreams. Do remember, the first 6 are only for Kickstarter backers, and after that I will be releasing Darkstreams open to everybody that follows the YouTube channel. Then there's a slight movement on New55. As you know, New55 ceased operations a while ago, but the famous format, or Sam Heiser, actually took over with Charles and continued under the name the famous large format, the famous large small format photography company, something like it. So basically, it looks like they finally, bought all the intellectual property from Bob Crowley from New55, and they are taking over the store and their socials, Instagram and so on. So if you see New55 posting again, that is why, and it's very exciting to see. They haven't stopped making the film all through this time, but it was done through the famous large format, famous format store. So yeah, also I want to thank Bob Crowley, who has done so much for New55. I'm guessing he's stepping away from it. And I just want to thank him because I think he did a lot for the photography community, especially large format peel apart, and myself and others. Then we have the Fireside chat from the people at Silvergrain Classics. They're doing their number 5 chat, and this is going to be oriented at cinematography with Bellamy Hunt included, Japan camera hunter himself. So there's a bunch of guests. There's Silber Soth, there's Michael Boxrucker, cinematographer and trainer for Kodak, Peter Fries, Antonio Rasura, Kodak director of motion picture services, and of course the Silvergrain Classic people. So yeah, if you want to join them, it's going to be Saturday, 20th of February, around 7 o'clock European time, Central European time. Then we have a little update from Silberra. This I got through an email, and I couldn't find any proof anywhere, so I didn't give you guys the news. But this time it's coming from Instagram and also not from Silberra. So maybe between these two things, I believed it to be true. Looks like Silberra Film has made ISO 50 and ISO 160 color negative film. So not only the 100 speed film, now you can have the 50 and 160. They're not currently at their store yet, but if you're into color, you can maybe write them and see if they will have it at their store soon. So exciting stuff from Silberra, 3 different color negative films. And honestly, I'm not sure where they're coming from because 50 ISO maybe could be the 50D from Kodak, but the 160, not really sure, maybe the 250D, without ramjet. They do not have ramjet, so it's not cinema film as is, but I don't really know where it's coming from. But it's pretty cool news to see 3 color films coming from Silberra. Then, I think I've mentioned this before, but I'm not 100% sure. Kamerakraft is a company that's making a Leica film M-mount grip. And this grip not only is a grip for your hand, but also acts as a tripod plate for Arca Swiss plates. So it has like the dovetail of Arca Swiss. But the new version also has space for 2 batteries, and I think they're the 2 LR44, which are the ones, for example, the Leica M6 uses, and the MP, and I think the M7, but I'm not 100% sure, never used that one. And it also has the option to put a wrist strap on it. So you can already get them. They're not cheap. I think they're around $200 and something if I'm not wrong, but they do make like a camera look even better, in my opinion. Then there's a Kickstarter, which is pretty cool. It's called After Exposure, and it's basically a encyclopedia of broken cameras, and this is basically to make a book. So you can go to Kickstarter and you can fund this. I think it's $43 worldwide shipping, or 43 euros, not sure because my currency is euros, probably euros, but it's pretty cool. The Kickstarter goal is pretty low at 3,300 euros, and he is already at 2,650. So please, if you guys like cameras, and I do too, go over, check it out, and let's make him pass those 3,300 euros today from the people watching the news. I think it would be pretty cool. Plus, it's one of those projects that's just kind of fun to have as a coffee table book, the broken camera, pictures, and so on. Very excited about it. Then we have news from Photochron XA. It was a shutter tester that's been around for a couple years, and it looks like it's ending production. No more Photochron XA for the time being, and he explains that after many years making the testers, I have decided to end production. There are many reasons, including production cost increases, poor quality materials from China, COVID. It's just not feasible to continue selling the testers. At this time, I am sold out. I will be using up my remaining parts and will have a few more to ship in April. So no more shutter tester from Photochron XA, sadly. And this next piece of news is actually a rumor, and I don't like rumors, but I think this one's important enough that I want someone out there to confirm if it is right or wrong. I hope it's wrong. I've heard that Fujifilm is discontinuing their Minilab color chemistry, which would be a pretty big hit to a lot of labs around the world. So if you know anything about this, you can send an email to my email, which I'll link below right now, and please let me know. I really hope this is wrong because, like I said, a lot of people rely on this chemistry. There are options out there like the Bellini, Tatanal, or I think in the US probably Kodak and maybe others. But yeah, just please, if you know something, let me know. And then there's a new app to keep track of your film on your cameras, and it's actually done pretty fun and smart. I quite like the app control, and it's called Nossaflex, Nossa Flex app. I've only found it so far in the iOS store, haven't checked on Android, but yeah, if you want, it's free. I think it's going to be free for the time being. So if you want to keep track of your film, there's a couple tools I mentioned before, but this one is a new app I found. Then we have Mike Walker from Walker Cameras offering the option to purchase the Schneider 4A filter. If you shoot large format and you shoot architecture, you know about the 72mm XL lens and the 90mm XL lens, which both I own. And these lenses require a center filter from Schneider, but it hasn't been done for a long time, and they're really hard to find and really expensive when you find them. Well, it seems like Mike Walker can order them from Schneider directly, but he needs 10, so it's a pre-order. You have to let him know that you want one, probably pay for it, and they're going to be £700 UK. So if you do have these lenses like I do, and you don't have the filter like I do, I should probably be one of those 10. So I'm letting you guys know because I think it's worth it. Those lenses do require center filters, especially for slide film, or if you're doing very high, big movements, because you'll get into that vignetting from the wide angle lens. So yeah, that's the news for today. Once again, if you want to send any information, you can use the email below. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next show. Bye.